Gloria and Bill Gaither were the musical beating heart of gospel when they sang together. Now, though, she is saying goodbye to everyone, not just the stage, with tears in her eyes and a hoarse voice. What happened behind the scenes to make this bittersweet farewell happen? Why are fans worldwide getting ready for the most heartbreaking chapter yet? For many years, Gloria Gaither has been much more than just Bill Gaither's wife. She co-wrote several of the Gaither classics lyrics and provided beautiful vocals. Gloria has touched the lives of people all over the world with her unwavering faith and timeless wisdom. At the age of 82, she has started a new chapter in her life, sending an emotional greeting to her supporters. In a recent video released by the Gaither music group, Gloria seems quite moved. Her supporters' love, prayers, and unwavering support over the years were thanked in it. Gloria began, "There comes a time when you feel a gentle tug." Her voice wavered a little as she said, "On your heart, a sense that God is calling you to a quieter season." Although she didn't use the word retirement, Gloria seemed to be stepping back from formal events and public appearances. Her priorities now include spending more time with her loved ones, writing reflectively, and finding quiet moments. After decades of touring, performing, and evangelizing, this is a radical departure. Let's take a step back. Before becoming well known as a great lyricist and a founder of Southern Gospel, Gloria Sickle was born on March 4th, 1942 in Michigan to pious Christian parents. She was raised in a home that valued literature and the arts, and she developed a love of language and a voice early on. She thrived academically, and after graduating high school, Gloria enrolled at Anderson University, a small Christian college in Indiana, to major in English. Gloria's intellectual and spiritual growth occurred there, and it's evident in all of her music. While she was a student at Anderson, she met Bill Gaither, a youthful and enthusiastic music educator. At first, they were just co-workers, but their mutual love of religion and the arts soon drew them closer. After getting married in 1962, their partnership permanently changed the direction of Christian music. Professionally, Gloria continued to teach English at Alexandria High School. The trio's music started to showcase her lyrical skills and deep appreciation of poetry. Bill wrote the songs, but Gloria, with her extraordinary literary abilities, brought them to life with moving lyrics that touched the lives of countless people. And the now iconic song, "Because He Lives," truly set her apart. At the time it was written, they were expecting their third child, and the nation was experiencing political unrest. It was the perfect life. By the late 1960s, Gloria and Bill Gaither were married, had a small family, and sang their hearts out in service. But on the inside, they were going through a mental and emotional storm, unlike anything they had ever experienced. The Vietnam War, the Civil Rights Movement, campus protests, the public's questioning of traditional Christian beliefs, all happening at once. The crowds were juggling their own uncertainties, while Gloria, who was expecting their third child, was dealing with them too. As Gloria prayed and sought comfort, she felt a reassuring calm and reestablished trust in God's promises. The lyrics to "Because He Lives" began to gel in that profoundly serene instant. Now, those lyrics, they weren't composed in peace. They were penned out of a profound need for solace. The couple worried about the kind of world they were bringing their child into. Bill was exhausted from the ministry's constant travels. The hymn, written in 1971, quickly became an international prayer for Christians going through difficult times. Beyond its musical merits, it served as a solemn call to trust in a God who is sovereign over everything, even in the face of chaos. And its popularity brought greater fame to the Gaithers, especially Gloria, who suddenly became more than just a church singer's wife or a side writer. Gloria's reputation as a poet with soul-stirring lyrics and a deeply religious voice preceded her, but through it all, she remained composed despite the growing attention. She continued to write prolifically. Her devotional books and personal essays were full of deep insights about God, family, and the meaning of life. She worked with Bill on nearly 700 songs, many of which are still played in churches around the world. But Gloria's contribution may have been unique because of the way. Even as the Gaither vocal band gained popularity in the Homecoming video series throughout the 70s and 80s, Gloria's influence and visibility remained constant. Even with her infrequent appearances at the microphone, her voice could still be heard in every meaningful moment, from prayers to songs. She found a powerful voice at women's workshops. She mentored younger Christians. She blended profound theology with stories from real people. Homecoming was a massive hit, and the Gaither trio eventually evolved into the Gaither vocal band. But behind it all, the unseen force was Gloria, a preacher, writer, and speaker of unmatched elegance and insight. Even though she faded from public view, she stood out in a field dominated by men, not by raising her voice, but through her quiet intelligence and thoughtful spirit. Her real talent wasn't just her writing. Despite Bill's frequent center stage appearances, Gloria Gaither's quiet strength continued to shape their creative and spiritual legacy through the 70s and 80s. Her transformation from rural school teacher to powerful musical advocate for faith will never be forgotten by her legions of admirers. Her influence, it was profound, even if inaudible. Eventually, the Gaither Homecoming series and the Gaither vocal band became globally recognized names among Christians. Gloria's songs were exceptional, rich in meaning and literary grace. They were filled with theological depth, beautiful imagery, and real emotion, something rare in a genre where cliché often takes the lead. She had a gift for making theology relatable, turning the great mysteries of God into songs ordinary people could sing in moments of joy, sorrow, doubt, and everything in between. For Gloria, the world was a means of ministry, not a stage for entertainment. She was more than just a music writer. She told stories of transformation, the journey from darkness to light, despair to resurrection, hopelessness to hope. Her music was deeply personal because of the weight it carried. She knew the redemption story not only from scripture, but from her own life. And maybe, just maybe, her greatest contribution was this, giving gospel music a narrative voice, a voice that still sings today. While few women in Christian music held prominent artistic or theological positions over the years, Gloria quietly broke down some barriers. She wasn't required to wear shoes or glitter on stage, and her role as the pastor's wife didn't limit her to backing vocals. Gloria was a spiritual leader, a thinker, a mother, and a wise woman among many other personalities. She wrote numerous contemplative articles, spiritual diaries, and devotionals. Several of her works examined the interconnectedness of religion, family, community, and Gloria was frank about her struggles and didn't pretend to know everything, but she could point others to the people who did. She also left behind a sizable fortune to be used by future generations. Both the Gaither Family Resources Center and the Gaither Homecoming Bible were co-founded by her. Younger gospel musicians, especially women, looked up to her. Gloria's writings helped women overcome the challenges of motherhood, ministry, and life in general. We didn't set out to be stars, we set out to be kind. Gloria Gaither's life experiences served as the inspiration for her heartfelt song lyrics. She avoided drawing attention to herself and was always modest, but the weight of her soul was evident to everyone. For her, as a mentor and public figure, Gloria remained focused on what really mattered. In a world where fame and superficial beauty were given increasing amounts of importance, those who know Gloria well attest to her wisdom, her thoughtfulness, and her skill as a listener. In the stillness, she found solace rather than disturbance. Whenever they were talking, she always seemed to have more knowledge. She was always the one who could calm things down when chaos ensued. As a wife, she was incredibly devoted, and anyone who spent even a moment with her knew that she actively engaged in her beliefs in daily life, rather than just pretending to be religious. She worked with Bill on a number of musical endeavors, and during their 60 years of marriage, they faced challenges in their daily lives, managing a sizable ministry while simultaneously caring for 3 children and meeting the demands of the public was no small task. But Gloria remained a constant presence throughout her role as a mother, preparing for and tending to her children. Despite her busy schedule, her children remember her as someone who never left their side. She would stay up late as she spent a lot of time talking and walking with her children, teaching them about Jesus and other important values like honesty, duty, kindness, and generosity. She was honest and perceptive for a friend. Many of the people she helped, including artists, writers, pastors, and philosophers, talk about how her influence changed their perspectives on the Christian mission. Gloria Gaither was a religious woman who had a special ability to recognize the talents of others and show them love. She bridged the gap between the past and the present. She had a soft spot for classic music and wasn't afraid to ask pointed questions. She was faithful to the Bible's teachings while also allowing for nuance. The complexities of life were no match for her unwavering faith. Her example of a good life in both public and private spheres served as an inspiration to many. More important than becoming famous in ministry is being faithful. She showed that a song is only as powerful as its foundation. After leaving the spotlight, Gloria has left behind more than just a collection of popular songs. Her legacy is one of strength, wisdom, and elegance. Her music will be played at many funerals, hospital rooms, and happy family get-togethers in the years to come. Perhaps most importantly, her life will inspire others to be modest, faithful, and purposeful. She told us that Jesus Christ, who was sent by God, was named by his followers. It is appropriate that her own music reverberates forgiveness at this farewell. His goals were love and healing, and he persevered through life and death. Gloria Gaither's family has always come first, even though she is well known for her spiritual songs and books. Faith, laughter, deep conversations, and music filled her home. She had children with Bill Gaither, Benjamin, Amy, and Suzanne Gaither. The goal affected everyone, but Gloria's unwavering guidance and compassionate nature shaped each of them individually. Suzanne Gaither Jennings has been helping out behind the scenes at the Gaither Church and Business since she was a young child thanks to her parents. Suzanne helped run Gaither Family Resources and co-wrote a number of songs with her mother, including some well-known homecoming songs. By combining her business sense with a deep respect for the Gaither family's spiritual and musical legacy, Suzanne Gaither has made sure that their mission continues into the next generation. Amy Gaither Hayes, the middle child, pursued her passions and became an actress and poet. Amy, who is also an educator, inherited her mother's love of literature and the written word. She has been honest in interviews about the intellectually stimulating environment she grew up in and the frequent conversations about religion, art, and other fascinating topics that took place over dinner time. Mom didn't just want us to be good Christians. She wanted us to be thinkers who asked questions and understood why we believed what we did. Benjamin Gaither, according to her, followed in his father's footsteps as a truth family, and faith continue to be the cornerstones of his more recent work. Her 3 children speak highly of their mother, praising her as an inspiration and a role model in their lives. They remember how patient she was during their busy touring years, how she would write after putting them to bed, and how she would draw spiritual truths from everyday life. The musician and producer, the youngest in his family, was instrumental in starting Live On Media. The Gaither family has been responding to Gloria's long-term desire to slow down with a range of emotions, including gratitude and tears. Despite the chaos of life on the road, Gloria has always been known as a strong, steady person. Her family is coming together to honor her desire for a quieter holiday season, even if it wasn't extravagant. Even when the ministry responsibilities became heavy, they managed to spend time together. Gloria's family came first. Leaving the limelight, we now know that her influence is far from over. Books, reissued music, and earlier articles by Gloria Gaither are all equally legitimate ways to share her knowledge with a delicate mix of love and respect. In a recent interview, Bill Gaither talked about his wife's choice. For more than 60 years, Grace has achieved a lot. Through her writing, she has given up everything for the benefit of the church, her family, and the entire world. In my opinion, she has earned some time to even their now adult grandchildren have expressed gratitude for her presence, citing her habit of keeping a notebook and an abundance of story ideas as reasons. People frequently comment on how charming, intelligent, and amiable Gloria is, and her message of taking a break has won her admirers all over the world. Gloria deserves to relax, enjoy her grandchildren, go for walks in the yard, and focus more on listening than telling stories. Thousands of people paid tribute to her in ways that words cannot describe, in their heartfelt comments on her final video on YouTube. Some users wrote, "Her songs got me through cancer." More said, "The Gaither homecoming tapes led me to Christ." Nevertheless, more maintained, "What Gloria said always made me cry. Although she is no longer with us, my mom's words continue to bring her close every birthday when she played Because He Lives." This is true in churches all over the United States, and many places all over the world have held special events to honor her contributions. The radio stations performed for an hour. Some loyal fans have even gone on to make documentaries, where they talked about the significant influence her music has had on their lives. The level of specificity in the responses is fascinating, and Gloria Gaither was real and authentic. Even though she never pursued fame, people felt they knew her because she wrote lyrics that understood your pain and reminded you that God was still in charge. Her music is still played every day in nursing homes. It can be heard in quiet living rooms and prison chapels. The only things that will keep her words alive are old CDs and framed music sheets. Her loyal fans exhale in relief as they say goodbye to her public appearances rather than, "No, she hasn't said that this is it." She continues to show the ropes in this way, and her influence on her loved ones' lives will endure long after her performances are over. Her music, not her lyrics, will endure in hearts rather than in stone. Her life is more about rest than work, and listening than talking. Monuments.